Hi, this is Sherry at Smoky Mountain Maker. Today I'm going to show you how to make these little candle holders. These are really cute, very inexpensive. I picked up this vase at the Dollar Tree for $1 and just a little bit. We've got a pick, some twine. I cut this out on my Cricut Maker. I'm going to show you how to attach this, how to make the frosted look, how to make the snow. The stuff to make the snow was the most expensive thing I had, and then I had a 50% coupon off on that. So, and I'm using it for 2 or 3 different projects. So it's wasn't too bad an expense. So I want to show you how to do that. Now, if you don't have a Cricut Maker, maybe you want to ask Santa Claus for one for Christmas because they're really fun. But if you don't have one, don't despair. We can still make these. And on my blog, I like to show you projects that you can make with a Cricut and projects that you can make but without having to have a Cricut. So, like I said, this one I cut out with my Cricut. Now we're going to put this one down over here. And we're going to grab this one. I've got it laying right here. Okay, so this is the other one. This is the one that we made in our teens craft class at church. And this was really easy. The hardest part was trying to find the stickers. These are stickers that are on a clear background, and the only place I could find these was Hobby Lobby. So you may be able to find them somewhere else in your area, but that's the only place around here that I could find them. But what we did was we put these stickers on, and we have some different things. Got a cute little butterfly, live well, laugh often, love much. I think that's what that says. And then we have a Bible verse back here. So, and you can see that I have my votive in there. And I like these little votives. I have allergies, and so smoke really bothers me. So I love the little votives or the little remote control candles, anything like that is right up my alley. Okay, so I still get to enjoy the flicker and the warmth of the holidays, but I don't have to put up with smoke. So, alrighty. Now, so if you want to learn how to make these, like I said, they're really quick and they're easy. So it's not a very big skill level to do this one. And I'd love to teach you how. So if you'd come along to my craft class, then we're going to get started. So let's go to my craft corner. All right.
All right. So these are really, they were cheap. I got these at the dollar store and they were $1. And that's cheaper than you can buy a mason jar. And the thing that I like about this, the little mason jars are cute. I'm not taking anything away from that. But the thing I like about this is the flat edge. So you don't have that curve to have to worry about. Now there's a couple of different ways you can do this. If you have a Cricut, you can cut you out some patterns. I chose these little trees since these are going to be for Christmas. And you can either do it out of the paper or you can do it out of the vinyl. So if you want to do it out of the vinyl, it should stick really well because of this straight curved surface. Now, if you don't have a Cricut, your other option would be something like this. And whenever I taught this at the teen class, this is what we used. And these are clear. So they're on a clear background. So that's something that you want to look for. So see how that just smooths right over on there. And let me see, let me put this paper behind here so maybe you can see that better. Okay, see how that works? All right, so you just see that image because you're on that clear background. It's kind of hard to find these. This was made by the Paper Studio. So I found them at Hobby Lobby. Let me pull this off. And we're going to put this back on here to save. Alright, so these were really pretty on there for the teens candle candle holders. So, and they are more generic. You could use that for all year round. So I'm going to put this over here. Now they do have other kinds, not saying that they don't have. They've got Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, any kind of occasion that you'd want. So what we're going to do now is we're going to glue these onto here. Okay. Now, if you have cardstock, in this type of project, it's best if you have the solid core. And the reason was, or is, I've already done this once, and I was pulling my paper around, and where it was stuck to the cardstock, it actually, when I moved it, it pulled a layer up. Now that wouldn't have been a problem if the whole thing had been green all the way through. You would have never known it. But it took the green off and left the white showing. And now, the nice thing about this project is, if you do something like that, or if you just don't like it, just pull everything off of it, scrape it off, whatever you need to do, and then you can wash it. Because this is washable glue, then you just wash your base off and start all over again. So that's what we're doing here. Alright, so my mistakes, you can learn from them. Now what we're going to do is just squeeze a bunch of this in here. And you're going to need a pretty good dollop. So, and school glue is pretty cheap, so that's a good thing. I like to save money. Alright, save money, I can do more crafts. Now, you can use a regular paintbrush. I would use an old one since we're doing the glue, or you can just get one of these cheap little things here, and you can use that. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to put glue on this. I'm going to try that, see if that'll work. So I think we can do it like this. The other time I put the glue right on the base. So I think either way will work. But I just wanted to see what this would do. Like I said, if I make the mistakes, then you learn from them. So that's part of being a teacher. Okay. Alright, now I want to put something at the top of this. So I'm going to bring this down, and we're going to stick it down in here. Okay. Yeah, that worked out pretty good. Alright, so now we're going to put the glue on the back of this piece. And I'm just kind of trying to pat it on and not really pull it. And we're going to end up putting more glue because we're going to glue our tissue paper over top of this. Now, if you got the stickers, then you don't have to do this step because it's already got sticky on it for you. And you can, like I said, do this in vinyl if you want to do use your Cricut and do vinyl. Okay, so we've got paint all over that. Now, what I'm going to try to do here is put this opposite that. Okay, so we're going to carefully put that down. We're going to slide it just a little bit and just kind of eyeball it and see if we're not about across from it. And the reason I want something on both sides is if I have this on the dining room table, and then it doesn't matter which side you're on, you can still see the image. Okay, so now I'm going to get a paper towel and see if I can't wipe a little bit of this glue off. Okay. Alright, now, next step we're going to do, and you could let this dry, and that would probably be a good option if you had the time. You could use a blow dryer and dry it. Okay, so we're going to gently put glue over our tree here. Now, because we're working with paper and we will end up with paper on the inside, I wouldn't advise real candles. Don't want you to have a fire on your holiday. That wouldn't be fun. So we're just going to keep continuing around like this. So my opinion is to get the battery operated candles. And I'm trying to kind of work a little bit fast. I don't want this to completely dry on me because we're going to put the tissue paper on next. So we're just trying to get some glue gently. Remember, you want to do it gently because you don't want to tear your paper up. But if you do, you can remember, you can just take it off and start all over. Just wash it off and start all over. So it's not the end of the world. You don't have to throw your vase away or anything. Okay. And all you would have lost is your pattern and a piece of tissue paper and some glue. So not a big loss. Unless it's your last piece of tissue paper, right? Okay, so that looks pretty good. Alrighty. Now, what we're going to do here is get us a piece of tissue paper, and let's see if I can't set this on the edge of this just to kind of keep the glue off of my board here, but you know, we can always wipe that off if that happens. This is just regular tissue paper like you put in a gift. Alrighty. Now, what I'm going to do, like I said, this is a solid straight edge, so that's really nice. So we're just going to lay this on here. It doesn't matter if you get a wrinkle or two in it. It actually kind of adds to the character. Okay, we're just working on around. Okay, we're almost all the way around. Okay, now where that overlaps, then we're just going to tear it. And if I'd have been thinking, I would have actually started this right in here instead of starting it right on my tree. So there's your another tip. Now on this bottom, I'm just going to like cut some of that off like that and get this out of the way. Now, if you should have a tear, that's not officially a tear, but if you should have a tear, then what you can do is just tear you a piece off and just lay that right down. So, and that's another thing about having with the folds and everything, it's not going to look out of place. Okay. And I want to just kind of bring that over a little bit so that won't look completely straight. And kind of disguise the fact that I started my stuff right there. So as you're going around this, put your hand back in here in the side, and that helps to hold it. And we want to put another layer of glue on the outside. So a lot like decoupaging. And again, do this gently because you don't want to tear your paper if you can help it. And if you do, then like I said, just tear you a little piece off and put it over your tear. And I'm trying to get this all over, but gently. This is going to help seal your paper, and that'll help keep it a little cleaner. Okay, I'm going to need some more glue. See how good I am doing this one-handed. Alrighty, let's see if that'll be enough. Now, another reason for doing this, getting this on here. Now this bottom part, we're just going to put some glue in here. Then I'm going to get back to what I was talking about. So all we're doing is sticking some glue in here, and we are just going to fold this down on there. And that way you don't have any raw edges on your outside. And that's going to be fine on the bottom because we're going to put some more glue. There we go. And when you set this down, it should stick all that together. So see what we're doing here? We're just rubbing all that down. Okay. That's what we're trying to do. Just kind of rub that down. All right. So now, if you're wondering what I'm going to do about this part, all we're going to do is put some glue inside. Okay. And what we're going to do is just wrap this. And just wrap it over like that. See? Very carefully. It's sticking to my hands because I got glue on my hands. Alright. And you can wait until this dries and then do another coat. I'm just trying to get it done to show you what we're going to do next. So I'm just very gently patting that down inside. Okay, about got it. There we go. So your edge there looks like the rest of it. Now, what you can do from here is take your glitter, and since this is Christmas, and we're just going to put glitter all over. See how pretty that is? Now, if you'll do it over something else, I should have put something down like this. Then when you get your glitter on there, then you can actually, what falls onto your piece of paper, then you can put that back into your bottle. So you're not wasting. Isn't that pretty? Okay. Now, we're going to go one step further. I'm going to get this Liquitex. Alright, let's set that down. Get this Liquitex. And now I tried using tacky glue and building up with tacky glue, but that was too hard. So we're going to use this Liquitex, and well, I know I had, there he's hiding. Okay, so I just got this little popsicle stick, and we're going to build up some snow. So this is the light Liquitex, and we're just going to go around here, and we're kind of smearing it on here. So, and this is a good way to kind of hide some of those boo-boos. Okay, see how that's doing? Kind of working with frosting like. Now, I think I'd like to have it all the way through like that to look more like that. Now this is the first time I've used this, so I am not really sure how long it takes to set up. So we're going to put this all the way around through here, a little on that. And it's a little bit expensive. I think I gave close to $15. Now I think the price on it was close to $15, but I had a 50% off coupon, so I kind of helped it. Always looks for those coupons. Alright, and if you want to, so you can bring some down through here. I wouldn't do too much. I don't want to hide my tree too much. So I think I am actually going to kind of rub that off a little bit, thin it down. Okay, so now what I'm going to do again, since I've got my snow on here, is more glitter. Christmas is all about the glitter. Not really. Christmas is all about Jesus. Okay, there we go. Alright, now, there we have our glitter saved. I'm going to set this back over here. My hand kind of stuck on that paper a little bit where I didn't let it dry. And I'll open up our glitter. Put that back in here. See, saved quite a bit that way. Alright, the next thing I want to do on this is we're going to take our decoration. Now that's pretty like it is, but I just want a little bit more. Okay. So I'm going to take some string, and I'm going to figure on wrapping it a couple of times. Let's cut that off and then add a little bit. You can always trim it, you can't add more. Okay. So now I need to figure out where I want to put my little decoration. And if you don't want to add anything, that's pretty like it is. So it really doesn't need a whole lot of extra. But we're going to put it on there anyway. If I can get the tag off. It's really stuck good. Alright. So I think I'd kind of like to have it about like that. And normally I would cut that off once I figure out where I want to put it. So we could do that. The other thing we could do actually is fold it right over top of our thing if we want to do that, but I don't like that. That looks tacky. Alright, so we're going to take our string, and I kind of tried to leave it a little area up at the top. Let me see if I can kind of, no I can't, I got to figure out a way to show you. It's what I'm doing. Okay, I'm wrapping it around a couple of times, then I'm coming back over here. Now, can you see what I've done? I've got me 2 or 3 wraps there, then I've come back over here, and I'm going to tie a bow in it. Or just not really a bow, just a knot. That's all I want, is just a little knot. Okay. And then what we're going to do is stick our flower. You see what I've got? Then we're going to stick our flower down in here. Normally I would wait till this dries, but for demonstration purposes, as they say. Alright, we're going to stick it right there. See where I'm handling this? That's trying to come up on me right there. But that's on the inside, so I'm not too worried about it. And I can always go back and glue that back down. Alright, so there's our candle. We're going to let all this dry, of course, but I wanted to show you what that's going to look like. So let's see how we can do this. I'm going to drop our candle down in there, and that's pretty whether it's lit up or not. See how pretty that is? And I'm wearing my taking this off as I'm rolling that, but I want you guys to see what we've got. Alright, so let me see if I can find this clip. Okay, so there it is. If you can kind of see that. I hope you can. But isn't that pretty? Wouldn't that be pretty on your dining room table, your coffee or side table? That would just be a really nice addition. And if you don't like the green, which I think the green tree is pretty, You could do black or whatever color. A dark gray would probably look good. Just whatever color you'd like. And the sky's the limit on your decorations. Just remember to measure your height and your width so that it's going to fit on your vase. And let's turn our light back on here. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll try to get to them. Of course, come to my blog, Smoky Mountain Maker, and check out my other projects too. So, alright, so I'm going to put this guy aside and we're going to let that dry, and I'd love to see what you make. So that's it for right now. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.